Sai Prakash, Samir Ahmad,
Yes, sir.
okay. Sania,
Present, sir.
okay. Sanjay, Sanjay, Sankalp,
Sir.
okay. Sanket,
Yes, sir.
right. Shiraj,
Present, sir.
okay. Shivananda Natikar, Shraddha, Shraddha,
Present, sir.
okay, okay. Shubham, Shubham,
Present, sir. Present, sir.
right, right. Sumit, Sumit, Suraya Banu, Suraya Banu, okay. Tejas, Tejas,
Present, sir.
right,
Present, sir.
okay. Vivek,
Yes, sir.
Vivek, right. Yamnappa Nasranawar,
Present, sir.
okay. Rajat, Kankar Rajat Ramchandra,
Present, sir.
okay.
Present, sir.
Manjunath, Manjunath, Pratmesh, Pratmesh. Anybody else joined late? Those who joined late, just tell your names. Okay, we'll start with the class now. Are you able to see the screen, students? Are you able to see
Yes,
the
sir.
screen? Okay,
Yes,
right.
sir.
Okay, fine, fine. So in the last class, students, we discussed some of the considerations that we are making here, the design of the emitter bias circuit. Okay, the design consideration, first consideration was RB by RE less than 1 plus beta, right? For this consideration, RB by RE less than 1 plus beta, the equation that we got was S of ICO is equal to 1 plus RB by RE. Then next, RB by RE less than 1. For this, S of ICO was equal to 1. RB by RE greater than 1 plus beta. For RB by RE greater than 1 plus beta, then we got the equation as S of ICO is equal to beta plus 1. Beta plus, sorry. S of ICO is equal to beta plus 1. Okay. S of ICO is equal to beta plus 1. Right. Then next consideration was RB by RE, it is in between 1 and 1 plus beta. RB by RE is between 1 and 1 plus beta. So when it is in between 1 and 1 plus beta, the equation that we arrived at was S of ICO is equal to RB by RE. This was the equation when the value of RB by RE falls in between 1 and 1 plus beta. Okay, right. Then we showed the graph of how the value of S of ICO varies with respect to RB by RE. Right. Are you able to hear me, students? My sound is audible. My voice is audible. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine, fine. Okay. So as the value of RB by RE less than 1, then S of ICO will be equal to 1. That is what is shown here. This starts with 1. For S RB by RE equal to 1, it is 2. S of ICO is 2. Then when RB by RE is in between 1 and 1 plus beta, stability factor is RB by RE. Then as RB by RE increases and becomes more than 1 plus beta, then stability factor will become constant and it will be 1 plus beta. This graph shows the variation of S of IC with respect to RB by RE. Then next we discussed S of VB, stability factor with respect to VBE, right? We assumed that we obtained the equation first for the input loop, that is VCC is equal to IBRB plus VBE plus IBRE plus ICRE, right? Then we substitute IB is equal to IC by beta. Then we obtained the simplified equations. On obtaining the simplified equation, we differentiated the equation with respect to IC, keeping beta constant. Then as we further reduce the equations, we got the equation as S of VB is equal to minus beta to 1 plus beta into RE, but 1 plus beta is approximately equal to beta, therefore S of VB will be equal to minus beta divided by beta RE, beta and beta cancels, so it is equal to minus 1 by RE. So we discussed up till here in yesterday's class. In continuation, next is stability factor S of beta. Yesterday we discussed S of VB, next is S of beta for the emitter bias circuit. We know that S of beta is dou IC by dou beta. S of beta is variation of IC with respect to beta. To find S of beta, we use S of beta is delta IC by delta beta. I told this in the previous classes. The reason why we are taking S of beta is delta IC by delta beta, right? We are not differentiating and getting the equation in the form of dou IC by dou beta because it takes more time. Equations are more in the simplification and obtaining dou IC by dou beta. So rather than we go for delta IC by delta beta, and we have discussed the procedure of finding delta IC by delta beta in the previous class. We will discuss the same thing in today's class also. So from the equation 1 of previous section, the previous section equation we have to take, that is in derivation of S of VBE, VCC is equal to RB plus 1 plus beta into RE by beta, the whole multiplied by IC plus VB, this equation. Okay, VCC is equal, this is for the input loop of the emitter bias circuit. VCC is equal to RB plus 1 plus beta into RE divided by beta, the whole multiplied by IC plus VBE. We'll take the same equation here, and this is the same equation that we have considered. Then I can write this as VCC minus VB. This minus VB, I'll take it to the other side. It will be minus VBE. So I get VCC minus VBE is equal to RB plus 1 plus beta into RE by beta, the whole multiplied by IC. Okay, VCC minus VB. I'll take VB to the LHS. It will become minus VBE. VCC minus VB is equal to RB plus 1 plus beta into RE by beta into IC, the whole multiplied by IC. Now I want equation for IC, right? Because we are interested in finding the value of collector current always. So IC equation will be, say I take this term, right, beta, if I take it to the LHS, it will come to the numerator. It will be VCC minus VB into beta, then this RB plus 1 plus beta into RE, which is in the numerator. If I take it to the LHS, it will come to the denominator. So it will be RB plus 1 plus beta into RE. So the equation for IC after rearranging the other terms will be IC is equal to VCC minus VB into beta, the whole divided by RB plus 1 plus beta into RE. Here we are taking two conditions, the same we did for the fixed bias circuit also. When we are deriving the S of beta for the fixed bias circuit, we consider two conditions. First condition is when IC is equal to IC1 and beta equal to beta1 at temperature T1, and let IC is equal to IC2 and beta equal to beta2 at temperature T2. So we are considering for two conditions, at temperature T1 and at temperature T2. At temperature T2, IC is equal to IC1, beta equal to beta1. At temperature T2, IC is equal to IC2 and beta equal to beta2. So these conditions we have to substitute in this equation that we have obtained. In equation 2, we have to substitute this condition, IC is equal to IC1 first and beta equal to beta1, and then get the equation. So let us do that. Let us substitute IC is equal to IC1 here. So it will be IC1 is equal to VCC is fixed minus VB is fixed, that multiplied by, this will be beta1. Okay, instead of beta it will be beta1, the whole divided by RB plus 1 plus beta1 into RE. So this equation we have got here, IC1 is equal to VCC minus VBE, the whole divided by RB plus 1 plus beta1 into RE. This is multiplied by beta1 in the numerator. Okay, so similarly get the equation for IC2. Wherever it is IC, substitute as IC2, and wherever it is beta in the main equation, substitute as beta2. So what we get, IC, instead of IC, I am using IC2. So IC2 is equal to VCC minus VB, this whole multiplied by, so instead of beta, we have beta 2, the whole divided by RB plus 1 plus beta 2 into RE, right? So the equation we have got here, IC2 is equal to VCC minus VBE, the whole divided by RB plus 1 plus beta 2 into RE, and in the numerator multiplied by, the whole multiplied by beta 2. Okay, so we got them as equation 3 and equation 4. Now what we have to do is, we have to divide this obtained equation 4 by equation 3. The same procedure that we have done for the fixed bias circuit. Procedure remains the same. So divide equation 4 by equation 3. So when we divide equation 4 by equation 3, on the LHS I get IC2 by IC1, that is IC2 by IC1, right? That is equal to VCC minus VB into beta 2, that divided by RB plus 1 plus beta 2 into RE. That is VCC minus VB into beta 2, that divided by RB plus 1 plus beta 2 into RE. This divided by, so this term, third equation, VCC minus VB into beta 1, VCC minus VB into beta 1, that divided by RB plus 1 plus beta 1 into RE. That divided by RB plus 1 plus beta 1 into RE. After dividing, how you are dividing there, the procedure is cross multiply. So denominator will come to the numerator and the numerator will come to the denominator. So it is VCC minus VB into beta 2 divided by RB plus 1 plus beta 2 into RE. This into, so denominator will come to the numerator. So it will be RB plus 1 plus beta 1 into RE. Then this term will come to the new denominator, VCC minus VB into beta 1. VCC minus VB and VCC minus VB will get cancelled. So IC2 by IC1, this will be equal to RB plus 1 plus beta 1 into RE, right? That divided by RB plus 1 plus beta 2 into RE. This is multiplied by beta 2 by beta 1. Beta 2 is in the numerator and beta 1 is in the denominator. Okay, so what the equation we got here, VCC minus VB gets cancelled. So IC2 by IC1, that will be equal to RB plus 1 plus beta 1 into RE. This divided by RB plus 1 plus beta 2 into RE. This is multiplied by beta 2 divided by beta 1. Beta 2 divided by beta 1. Beta 2 is in numerator and beta 1 is in the denominator. Okay. So now again we have to divide this numerator and denominator by RE. Right? We are dividing because RE is common in both. Okay. RE is common in both. So to get the further simplified equation, we are dividing by RE. Okay. So now divide numerator and denominator by RE, that is emitter resistance in RHS side. Divide numerator and denominator by resistance RE. Okay, so if we divide RE by RE, RHS side, so it will be RB by RE plus beta plus 1, because RE and RE will get cancelled here. RB by RE, so this RB plus beta 1 plus 1 into RE, that is divided by RE. Okay, so what we get here, RB divided by RE plus beta plus 1, because RE and RE gets cancelled, that divided by RB by RE plus beta 2 plus 1, because RE by RE will get cancelled. Okay, that into beta 2 divided by beta 1. That is what I have written here. IC2 by IC1 is same, whatever it was in the previous equation, LHS. IC2 by IC1, this is equal to RB by RE plus beta 1 plus 1, right? That divided by RB by RE plus beta 2 plus 1. This is multiplied by beta 2 by beta 1. Take it as equation 5. Okay. Now what we will do is, we'll subtract 1 from both sides of equation 5. Okay. I want the equation in the form of delta IC by delta beta. Okay. So for obtaining that, we are doing all this. Right. And now I will subtract 1 on both sides of equation 5. So if I subtract 1 on both sides of equation 5, LHS will be IC2 by IC1 minus 1. IC2 by IC1 minus 1. This is equal to, right here, it will be 1 plus beta 1 plus RB by RE. This divided by 1 plus beta 2 plus RB by RE into beta 2 by beta 1 minus 1. Just I am subtracting 1 on both sides of equation 5. Okay. So when I subtract 1 on both sides of equation 5, what I get here, this IC2, IC1 is LCM on LHS. So this is 1 into IC1. IC1 into 1 is IC1, right? So that is, here it will be 1 by 1. So 1 into IC1 is IC1. IC1 is the LCM. So on LHS, what I get, IC2 minus IC1 by IC1. IC2 minus IC1 by IC1. This is equal to, so here what is the LCM, students? 1 plus beta 2 plus RB by RE into beta 1 is the LCM here, right, in the RHS. Is it not? 1 plus beta 2 plus RB by RE into beta 1 is the LCM. So this will be coming to the this 1 plus RB beta 2 plus RB by RE into beta 1 is the LCM. So this into 1 is the same LCM we get. On the other side it is minus 1 by 1. So 1 into 1 plus beta 2 plus RB by RE into beta 1 we get. So what will be the equation, students, here? 1 plus beta 1 plus RB by RE into beta 2, 1 plus beta 1 plus by RB by RE into beta 2. This is same, minus this denominator will come here. This denominator will come here because LCM we have taken, the denominator is the LCM here. So it will be minus 1 multiplied by this denominator. So what is that? Minus 1 plus beta 2 plus RB by RE into beta 1. Okay, then the LCM is the same, that is 1 plus beta 2 plus RB by RE into beta 1. Okay, so beta 1 into 1 plus beta 2 plus RB by RE. Fine. Next, now simplify this further. So what is the LHS we have got? LHS is IC2 minus IC1 divided by IC1. So IC2 minus IC1, IC2 minus IC1 is change in collector current, small change in collector current. That I will take it as delta IC. That I will take it as delta IC, small change in collector current, that is difference between IC2 and IC1. Delta IC this divided by IC1 is equal to, multiply this beta 2 inside, it will be beta 2 plus beta 1 into beta 2, right, plus beta 2 RB by RE or RB by RE into beta 2. Then multiply beta 1 inside here, it will be minus beta 1. Okay, so minus beta 1 beta 2, then minus beta 1 into RB by RE, minus beta 1 into RB by RE, this whole divided by beta 1 into 1 plus beta 2 plus RB by RE. Okay, so what we have got here, IC2 minus IC1, this is small change in collector current, that is delta IC. This divided by IC1 is equal to 1, this multiply this beta 2 inside, so it will be beta 2 plus beta 1 beta 2 plus RB beta 2 by RE, then multiply minus beta 1 inside, it will be minus beta 1 beta 2 minus beta 1 RB by RE, the whole divided by beta 1 into 1 plus beta 2 plus RB by RE. Okay, so simplify further here, delta IC by delta IC1, this will remain same, LHS minus plus beta 1 beta 2 minus beta 1 beta 2 will get cancelled, plus beta 1 beta 2 minus beta 1 beta 2 will get cancelled. So what remains here, beta 2 minus beta 1 minus beta 1 within the bracket, plus RB by RE is common here, RB by RE into beta 2, then minus RB by RE into beta 1. RB by RE is common here, RB by RE into beta 2 minus RB by RE into beta 1. Okay, so take RB by RE common, plus RB by RE multiplied by beta 2 minus beta 1, beta 2 minus beta 1, this divided by denominator term is same, beta 1 into 1 plus beta 2 plus RB by RE. Okay, so what we did here, students, we cancelled out beta 1 beta 2 minus beta 1 beta 2, it gets cancelled. Then what remains, beta 2 minus beta 1 plus RB by RE is common, this is multiplied by beta 2 minus beta 1. Okay, denominator is same, beta 1 multiplied by 1 plus beta 2 plus RB by RE. Fine. So next equation will be beta 2 minus beta 1. In the numerator again, beta 2 minus beta 1 is common. So take it outside, beta 2 minus beta 1, this is multiplied by 1 plus RB by RE. Beta 2 minus beta 1 is common, take it outside, this is multiplied by 1 plus RB by RE. So it will be 1 plus RB by RE, beta 2 minus beta 1 into 1 plus RB by RE, and the whole divided by beta 1 multiplied by 1 plus beta 2 plus RB by RE. So beta 1 into 1 plus beta 2 plus RB by RE, denominator is same. Okay, in the numerator what happened, we took beta 2 minus beta 1 common, it will be beta 2 minus beta 1 into 1 plus RB by RE, the whole divided by beta 1 into 1 plus beta 2 plus RB by RE. Same thing what we got here. Okay, now what is the LHS here, delta IC by IC or delta IC1 by IC1. Delta IC1 by IC1 is equal to this beta 2 minus beta 1, I can write it as delta beta. Okay, beta 2 minus beta 1, I can write it as delta beta. So LHS is delta IC1 by IC1, this is equal to delta beta into 1 plus RB by RE divided by beta 1 into 1 plus beta 2 plus RB by RE. Okay, what is LHS? Delta IC by IC. What is RHS here? This is delta beta into 1 plus RB by RE divided by beta 1 into 1 plus beta 2 plus RB by RE. Okay, so on one side we have delta IC by IC, and on the other side we have delta beta by beta 1. Okay, so that is delta IC, this is numerator delta beta, that will come to the denominator, so it will be delta IC by delta beta. Then this IC1 is in the denominator, that will come to the numerator, so it will be IC1 divided by beta 1, this into 1 plus RB by RE divided by 1 plus beta 2 plus RB by RE. Fine. Okay, so how we got here, students? What is the simplification here that we did? So here the simplification is, what is the simplification we perform? Beta 2 minus beta 1 was common, we obtained that equation. Then delta IC by IC, that is equal to delta beta into 1 plus RB by RE divided by beta 1 into 1 plus beta 2 plus RB by RE. So this delta IC by IC is equal to delta beta by beta form. So this delta beta will come to the denominator, that is delta IC by delta beta. This is equal to IC1 will come to numerator, so it will be IC1 multiplied by 1 plus RB by RE divided by beta 1 into 1 plus beta 2 plus RB by RE. Okay, so this is the equation that we got for the S of beta, stability factor S of beta. Fine. Next we'll consider some of the design considerations as we did yesterday. Design considerations. So this is the final equation that we obtained for S of beta. Now here 1 plus beta 2 can be assumed approximately equal to beta 2. 1 plus beta 2, I can assume it as beta 2 because beta 2 is larger than 1. So 1 plus beta 2 will be approximately equal to beta 2. Here the equation will be reduced to IC1 into 1 plus RB by RE, IC1 into 1 plus RB by RE, that divided by beta 1, right? 1 plus beta 2 is beta 2 into beta 2 plus RB by RE plus RB by RE. Okay, IC1 into 1 plus RB by RE divided by beta 1 plus beta 2 is beta 2, so beta 1 the whole multiplied by beta 2 plus RB by RE, beta 2 plus RB by RE. Okay, that is approximately equal to IC1 divided by beta 1 beta 2, IC1 divided by beta 1, right, into 1 plus RB by RE. This is same in the what is there here. Next, this beta 2 I will take common in the denominator. Beta 2 if I take common in the denominator, it will be 1 plus RB by beta 2 RE, right? Beta 2 I am taking common in the denominator side. Beta 2 if I take it outside, common term. So this will be multiplied by 1 plus RB by beta 2 RE. 1 plus RB by beta 2 RE. Okay. So this is the equation that we simplified further, right? Considering 1 plus beta 2 is approximately equal to beta 2. Now for large value of beta, if this beta is large, then what will be RB divided by beta 2 into RE? How much it will be? For large value of beta, beta 2 is larger. So if beta 2 is very large, then what will be RB divided by beta 2 into RE? How much it will be? Yes, anyone? RB divided by beta 2 into RE will be how much? Yes. How much it will be? Beta 2 is very high. Okay, beta 2 is very high. So what will be RB divided by beta 2 into RE? How much it will be? Or whether it is
0.
equal to, yes,
0, sir.
0, correct, you are right, it will be less than 1. Okay, for RB, when beta 2 is very much larger than the other values, okay, so this RB divided by beta 2 into RE will be less than 1, almost 0. Okay, so that is here we have taken RB divided by beta 2 into RE is less than 1, so 1 plus RB divided by beta 2 into RE will be approximately equal to 1, because this RB by beta 2 into RE will be approximately equal to 0, hence this will be equal to 1. Fine. So 1 plus RB divided by beta 2 into RE, now it has come out to how much? 1. So only the numerator term remains here, that is IC1 by beta 1 into beta 2, IC1 divided by beta 1 into beta 2 into multiplied by 1 plus RB by RE into multiplied by 1 plus RB by RE. Okay. Now 1 plus RB by RE, we have seen this in the previous derivation of S of PBE, right? What is S of this equation? S of ICU. Yes, S of ICU. That is in the equation for variation of ICU of emitter bias circuit with RB by RE. S of ICU we have got it as 1 plus RB by RE. The same equation just substitute here. So S of ICU for emitter bias circuit, right? That is here we have to substitute that for emitter bias circuit 1 plus RB by RE It is nothing but S of ICO. It is S of ICO. Okay. So this we have got here, S of ICO. Just substitute that. S of beta will be approximately equal to IC1 by beta 1 into beta 2. 1 plus RB bar is S of ICO. Okay. Because 1 plus RB bar is S of ICO. This we have derived when deriving the S of ICO equation for the emitter bias circuit. Okay. Now what is the conclusion here? Conclusion is, when will be the S of beta value less? We know that for small values of stability factor, the stability will be more. Is it not? So if we want small value of S of beta, beta 1 into beta 2, this beta 1 into beta 2 should be less. Beta 1 into beta 2 should be less, or beta value should be less. Okay. For small values of S of beta, beta 1 into beta 2 should be how much? More or less? For small values of S of beta, beta 1 into beta 2 should be large. Okay. So S of beta, if we want to minimize, select a transistor with large value of beta. This is one option. And another option is 1 plus RB by RE. 1 plus RB by RE. This should be less or more if you want less value of S of beta. Yes. 1 plus RB by RE should be less or more if you want small value of S of beta. Yes, anybody? Abhay? Whether it has to be more or less? If you want S of beta less, whether R1 plus RB by RE should be less or more? Sanket? Sanket? For obtaining
Yes, sir.
small yes, yes. Whether S of beta should be less or more? Sania? Sania? Whether S of beta should be less or more here? For small values of S of beta, what should be 1 plus RB by RE? Ankita? Ankita? How much? What should be 1 plus RB by RE? Whether it should be small or more, less or more? If you want
Less,
small,
sir.
it should be
Less.
less. Correct. It should be less. Okay, because it is in the numerator here, 1 plus RB by RE, right? So 1 plus RB by RE should be less. It is directly proportional. S of beta is directly proportional to 1 plus RB by RE, right? So if 1 plus RB by RE is less, S of beta will be less. If 1 plus RB by RE is more, S of beta will be more, right? So like this, 1 plus RB by RE, if it is less, then S of beta will be less. That is what it is mentioned here. S of beta can be minimized by selecting a transistor with large beta, as well as by keeping RB by RE less than 1 or RB by RE less. Next is voltage divider circuit. Okay, so this is about the stability factor for the emitter bias circuit. Next is voltage divider bias circuit, right? So this is the voltage divider bias circuit. We already studied this, right? There is a division of voltage here, right? We are applying voltage divider rule, and hence this circuit is called as voltage divider bias circuit. And we got RTH, R1 parallel R2, we got it as RTH here. Then the Thevenin voltage, equivalent voltage at the input side, we got it as ETH when we were analyzing the voltage divider bias circuit. So it is VTH or ETH, then RTH, positive, negative, VBE, this portion, input portion. Okay, R1 parallel R2, that we get as RTH there, right? Then this is ETH, equivalent input voltage, ETH Thevenin voltage, right? Then this will be positive, negative, VBE, positive, negative, VBE. Then we have RE. Okay. This we have studied when we were discussing the voltage divider bias circuit. This portion, input path. Okay, that is what I have redrawn here. ETH, RTH, VBE, RE, right? Then to ground. Fine. Now we are deriving the stability factor for the voltage divider bias circuit. All the three stability factors, that is S of ICO, S of VB, and S of beta. So first one, stability factor S of ICO. So S of ICO is given by the equation 1 plus beta, the whole divided by 1 minus beta into dou IB by dou IC. This is the equation, fundamental equation, general expression for stability factor. Remember, right? S of ICO for any of the that is the biasing circuit. S of ICO is equal to 1 plus beta divided by 1 minus beta dou IB by dou IC. Now in this equation, in this circuit, we are applying the KVL to the input portion. So when we apply KVL to the input portion, what we get? ETH is equal to IB RTH plus VBE plus IER, or ETH current entering positive, current leaving negative, minus IB RTH current entering positive, current leaving negative, minus VBE current entering positive, current leaving negative, minus IER is equal to 0. Okay, so it is VTH minus RTH IB or IB RTH minus VB minus IER is equal to 0. Okay, this is the input portion. Fine. ETH minus IB RTH minus VB minus IER is equal to 0, is equal to 0, or VTH is equal to IB RTH plus VB plus IER. Okay. Now we know that I is IB plus IC. Emitter current is base current plus collector current. Okay, so we have to substitute this. I is equal to IB plus IC in this equation. So if you substitute I is equal to IB plus IC, because we have to express, when we have to get the equation in the form of dou IB by dou IC, because I want the expression for S of ICU. So if I want in the form of IB and IC, I have to replace this IC by IB plus IC, right? So if I replace this IE by IB plus IC, then what will be the next equation? VTH is equal to RTH IB plus VBE. IE is IB plus IC. So it is ICRE plus IBRE. ICRE plus IBRE. So this equation I will differentiate with respect to IC, keeping VBE constant. This equation I will differentiate with respect to IC, keeping VBE constant. Okay. So now if I differentiate this equation with respect to IC, because what equation we want finally? S of ICO. So S of ICO is in terms of dou IB by dou IC. Therefore I have to differentiate this equation with respect to IC so that I get the equation in the form of dou IB by dou IC, keeping VBE constant. So when you're differentiating with respect to one, other parameters you have to keep them constant. You have to maintain them constant. Keeping VBE constant, we get differentiation of VTH is 0, that is equal to RTH dou IB by dou IC. Differentiation of IB with respect to IC is dou IB by dou IC. Differentiation of VB is 0 plus RE into differentiation of IC is 1. So we get plus RE plus RE into differentiation of IB is dou IB by dou IC. So this we get on differentiating with respect to IC, keeping VBE constant. That is 0 will be equal to, here we are taking what common here? Dou IB by dou IC is common. Take it common outside. So it will be RTH plus RE. So dou IB by dou IC multiplied by RTH plus RE plus RE plus RE. Okay. Dou IB by dou IC is common, multiplied by RTH plus RE, right? RTH plus RE plus this RE. Okay. Now if we take this RE to the LHS, it will be minus RE. If we take this plus RE to the LHS, it will be minus RE. So minus RE is equal to RE plus RTH into dou IB by dou IC. Minus RE is equal to RE plus RTH into dou IB by dou IC, or dou IB by dou IC is equal to minus RE divided by RE plus RTH. Dou IB by dou IC is equal to minus RE divided by RE plus RTH. Okay. Now we got the equation for dou IB by dou IC. So this equation we have to substitute in the general equation. That is S of ICO is equal to 1 plus beta divided by 1 minus beta dou IB by dou IC. We got the equation for dou IB by dou IC. Substitute in this equation and get the equation for S of ICO. Right. So it will be dou IB by dou IC is equal to minus RE divided by RE plus RTH. Substitute this in the expression for S of ICO. We get S of ICO is equal to 1 plus beta divided by 1 minus beta dou IB by dou IC. What is dou IB by dou IC? Dou IB by dou IC is minus RE divided by RE plus RTH. Substitute that, minus RE divided by RE plus RTH. Simplify further, we get this is equal to 1 plus beta minus beta into minus RE. That will be plus beta RE divided by RE plus RTH. 1 plus beta, this divided by 1 minus beta into minus RE is plus beta RE divided by RE plus RTH. Okay. So here what we get, this will be further S of ICO is equal to 1 plus beta, that is same 1 plus beta, then RE plus RTH is LCM. So 1 into RE plus RTH, that will be RE plus RTH here, RE plus RTH plus RE plus RTH into 1 is RE plus RTH, that is plus beta RE into 1, that is plus beta RE divided by the LCM, that is RE plus RTH, that is RE divided by RE plus RTH. Okay. So here denominator of the denominator will come to the numerator, right? Denominator of the denominator will come to the numerator. We get 1 plus beta multiplied by RE plus RTH the whole divided by Re plus RTH plus beta Re. Okay, that is S of ICO is equal to beta plus 1 is common, so this should be bracket here. The bracket is missing. Beta plus 1 the whole multiplied by Re plus RTH, that divided by, in the denominator again Re is common. Yes or no? Re is common, so take Re outside, so it will be Re into 1 plus beta, Re into 1 plus beta plus RTH plus RTH. Fine. That is beta plus 1 into the whole multiplied by Re plus RTH, that divided by beta plus 1 into Re, because Re is common, so Re into 1 plus beta plus RTH. Now divide numerator and denominator by Re. Okay, divide a numerator and denominator by Re. If we divide numerator and denominator by Re, what we get? Beta plus 1. So this is Re divided by Re is 1 plus RTH by Re here, 1 plus RTH by Re, right? Then in the denominator, divide by Re, so we get beta plus 1 plus RTH by Re, beta plus 1 plus RTH by Re. So this is the final equation for S of ICU. So what is the final equation for S of ICU for voltage divider by a circuit? S of ICU is equal to beta plus 1 into 1 plus RTH by Re, the whole divided by beta plus 1 plus RTH divided by Re, right? So this is the equation for the stability factor of voltage divider bias circuit. Okay. So in today's class, we discussed starting from the stability factor S of beta, stability factor S of beta for the emitter bias circuit. Okay, we started with this equation, VCC equation, then we simplified it. We took two conditions, IC is equal to IC1 and beta equal to beta 1 at temperature T1, and IC is equal to IC2 and beta 2 is equal to beta 2 at temperature T2. Okay, then by assuming these two conditions, we got the equations IC1 and IC2. Divided equation 4 by 3, then we further got it, this equation. Then what we did, we divided numerator and denominator by Re. Okay, then after dividing numerator and denominator by Re, then we got this equation. We subtracted 1 from both sides of this equation, right? We simplified further, right? On further simplification, we got in the form of delta IC by IC1 is equal to delta beta, right? Delta beta here, delta beta, right, into 1 plus RB by Re divided by beta 1 into 1 plus beta 2 plus RB by Re. So delta IC by IC1, so IC1 will come to a numerator, delta beta which is in numerator will come to a denominator. So we got the equation for S of beta as delta IC by delta beta is equal to IC1 into 1 plus RB by Re, the whole divided by beta 1 into 1 plus beta 2 plus RB by Re. Then design consideration, we consider 1 plus beta 2 is approximately equal to beta 2, we simplified, right? Then we got the equation, final equation, S of beta is equal to IC1 by beta 1 into beta 2 into S of ICU. Okay. Then later we discussed voltage divider bias circuit, S of ICU for voltage divider bias circuit. So it is starting from this equation for the input section of the voltage divider bias circuit, right? We substitute I is IP plus IC, I is IB plus IC. The fundamental equation is S of IC is equal to 1 plus beta divided by 1 plus beta into dou IB by dou IC, right? Then on further simplification, right? Finally, we got the equation for S of ICU as beta plus 1 into 1 plus RTH by Re, the whole divided by beta 1 plus RTH divided by Re. Okay. So any difficulty here, students, in today's derivations? Was it understood? Yes. Was it understood here? Clear, right? Derivations? Rutvik?
Yes, sir.
Clear? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Any problem here in understanding?
No, sir.
Okay. Suraya Banu? Suraya Banu?
Yes, sir.
Was it understood?
Yes, sir.
Clear? Derivations you all understood? How to derive?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sanket? Sanket? Is it understood, Sanket?
Yes,
Clear with the derivation? Any questions here? Any questions?
Nothing, sir. Once again, I will go through this.
Pardon? Any questions?
Nothing, sir. Once again, I will go through this. If any questions, I will inform you.
Yes, please go through, right? If you have any questions, you can ask me anytime, okay? As I told yesterday, you can call me or you can WhatsApp me, or you can ask in the next class, before beginning of the next class. You can stop and ask me anytime, okay? Fine.
Yes, sir.
Sankalp?
Yes, sir.
Understood? Understood, Sankalp?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, fine. Abhay, is it understood? Abhay,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
understood, no? Derivations.
Yes, sir.
In the next class, I will be deriving the other stability factors, that is S of VBE and S of beta for the voltage divider bias circuits. Okay, that will take up in the tomorrow's class, right? Thank you.